Understanding the sanctions threat in international relations. Hello everyone. Today, we're going to unravel the meaning and implications of a commonly used term in international politics, the sanctions threat. This phrase often pops up in news reports and discussions involving countries' relationships and actions on the global stage. So, let's dive in and understand what it really means and why it's important. Before we talk about the sanctions threat, it's crucial to understand what sanctions are. Sanctions are penalties imposed by one country, or a group of countries, on another country. These penalties can take various forms, including economic sanctions, restrictions on trade or financial transactions, diplomatic sanctions, reduction or removal of diplomatic ties, military sanctions, use of military force or restrictions on military aid. The purpose of sanctions is usually to coerce the targeted country into changing a particular policy or action. The term sanctions threat refers to the warning or indication by a country, or countries, that they will impose sanctions on another country if certain conditions are not met. It's a diplomatic tool used to influence or change the behavior of the targeted country without immediately resorting to actual sanctions or military force. The effectiveness of a sanctions threat can depend on several factors, including credibility. How likely it is that the country making the threat will follow through if their conditions are not met. Economic ties. The economic relationship between the countries involved. The more dependent the targeted country is on the threatening country, the more powerful the threat. International support. The level of support or opposition from other countries or international organizations like the United Nations. The implications of a sanctions threat can be far-reaching. For the country facing the threat, it can lead to economic uncertainty, concerns about potential economic isolation or downturns, political pressure, internal and external pressure to change policies or leadership, strategic decisions, reconsideration or modification of the country's diplomatic or military strategies. For the country, or countries, issuing the threat, it can be a way to assert influence, demonstrate power and influence on the international stage, foster alliances, rally other countries to support a particular stance or action, avoid direct conflict, use diplomatic means to resolve conflicts without resorting to military action. The sanctions threat plays a significant role in international relations, acting as a diplomatic tool for countries to assert their stance and influence global decisions without immediate conflict. Understanding this term helps us grasp the complexities of international politics and the strategies nations use to navigate their relationships. I hope this video has shed light on the importance and impact of the sanctions threat. Stay curious, and see you in the next video.